talk to you acting different. Look at my eyes, I'm setting the tone. And they be like, damn, they must see a mood. I'm peeping the face, so I'm keeping it cool. I'm keeping you safe, so I'm bending the rules. I'm never gonna switch.
Hello, I am Snoop. This is Club Snoop TV, Season 1, Episode 11. Let's get right into it. The person I have today is the most spiritualist person I know. He is very good at making beats, cutting hair, and is the most entertaining person that you will ever meet. No cap. My boy, the one and only DK himself, David King. What up, my boy?
What's up now?
How you doing, yeah?
All right, how you doing?
Pretty good, man.
Sure.
Now, before we get started, I know this might seem a little off to y'all. Yes, it is backwards. I wanted to try something new today. We want to try something new. So let me know in the comments if y'all like this setup and y'all like the intro of how it was, because it's low-key completely different. So, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty sure y'all know who David King is. One of the best barbers for sure, best influencers. Definitely taught me a lot for sure. But this David King, if y'all know my boy, make sure you buck with him. Yeah, for sure. What was your first job?
My first job was when I was 12. I was working for the Upgraded Housing Authority. So since I lived in the Pearson, it was a apartment complex called Pearson Hills. So they had a little job program for the kids. If you lived out there on the premises, you was able to get a job starting at 12. So they picked about 5 to 10 different kids from out there, and then we started there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Were you hooping then too?
Yes, I was hooping, but I wasn't as good as I am now, of course. But I always hoop. That was one of my outlets. Some people know and some people don't know I got a twin brother, so we hooped every day. You know what I'm saying? It was a one-on-one battle for probably 3-4 years straight. He always was better than me, and he's the one that really made me who I am today when it comes to the basketball.
Shout out to you, man. Shout
out to my twin, Dwayne.
For sure. What's one thing nobody knows about you?
I guess that I used to build houses. Out of high school, I was a carpenter. I did carpentry for 10 years. I worked on the Frank Lloyd Wright House on Moss and Institute, which is, I guess, a part of history. I guess it got some of the Underground Railroad there. That was the last house I worked on right before the, what was it called? The recession. I think that was back in 2007, something like that, 2009. But yeah, I used to be a carpenter, and I used to build dream houses with Dan Weibel and Brandon Shop and company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you say that you learned a lot from building them houses and stuff, like number-wise and...
Yeah. I really got to see how a house was started from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? It used to start from the basement with nothing in it, and then we used to build from there. I say I built about 10 to 11 houses completely, which took anywhere from 3 to 5 years. So yeah, man, I just learned how everything is put together, and how the better team you have, the better things will go and the more smooth things will go, because when building the houses, different people have to do their job before other people can do theirs. So if the plumbers is not on time doing their job, then it leads the other people to not be on their time. So everybody has to be on time. So the better team you have, the smoother things will go. You'll get stuff done on time, which is better from the homeowner, and you because you get more bonus, you get more money. You know what I'm saying, when you finish on time and stuff. So that's just how it is.
For sure.
Yeah.
You've hooped with some of the greats. Would you say hooping with some of them kind of made you a better person as well?
Of course, because I hoop with a lot of greats. We went from DJ Richardson to De'Aaron Williams, AJ Guyton, Dan Ruffin, Marcellus Somerville, and there's a lot of other good hoopers I done hoop with. But you always learn from good hoopers because it's you know what I'm saying they good at what they do because of repetition and practice. And some people just got it in their DNA. You know, it's just some people that just got it. But it's just the humbleness and you know what I'm saying how they help to boost their teammate players up and just good sportsmanship and little things. You know what I'm saying defense lead to offense and so on and so on. So yeah, man, I learned a lot from the greats.
Okay. You met a lot of people. What's one person that stood out to you?
I have to say Jerry West.
Yeah, bro.
Gene Gathers, that's who had hired me when I worked for Upgrade Housing Authority as a kid. A lot of people know him, but a lot of people don't know that he had got drafted to the Lakers, so he still had ties to the Lakers. So he ended up paying for everybody that worked for him to eat lunch with Jerry West. So we got to eat lunch with Jerry West and talk to him out there at River Ridge.
Okay.
So that was a good experience, you know what I'm saying? Just how humble he is for who he is, and just the all around good guy.
For sure. I seen you at Met Kevin Hart. How was that experience?
It was funny, man. It was funny. So I was at the Riverplex one day, just hooping on a normal Saturday. I just go down there and hoop and stuff like that. And I ended up staying there longer than I expected. So I was supposed to be there for maybe 2 hours. I ended up staying for about 4. So some people was there talking like, "Hey, Kevin Hart's supposed to be here." What you know what I'm saying? I heard him in around the corner talking about he's supposed to be here. So I stayed a little longer. You know what I'm saying? So I was in the main gym at first. They closed the main gym down and we went to the other gym, the little rubber gym. So we hooped for about 20, 30 minutes. So the same guys that was talking about Kevin Hart was supposed to be there, I guess they spotted Kevin Hart in the other gym.
Right.
So he had his hoodie on and he was against the wall with his hoodie down. You know what I'm saying? So they talking about him like, "Hey, I think that's Kevin Hart." Well, at the bam. So I'm like, go see, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go see, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about it, go see.
Go check it out. Go check it
So
out.
I'm like, come on, man. We go over there. I was like, "Kevin, hey, is that you?" So he picked his head up and you know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yeah, this is me." So I'm like, hey, you wanna shoot around? So we end up shooting around. So before you know, we shooting around with Kevin Hart, you know what I'm saying? We try not to geek out and all that stuff because you know he is a celebrity or whatnot. But we played 32, and man, he's just he a cool guy, man. He just he played with us. I didn't think he was. He did. We played a little 32 game. More and more people got to come in, so we ended up having to stop playing, and then we ended up taking pictures with him. I got a picture with him. It's on my Instagram, which is at DK Blends, and then my other Instagram, which is DK33.
I'll go check that out, man.
Yeah, so you can go check that out on there.
Go check that out.
But yeah, man, he's pretty good. He's pretty cool, man. He was funny. He cracked a couple jokes and stuff like that. But yeah, that was a good experience too, man.
For sure. Okay, so I know you had watched my last video with Jamar.
Yeah.
You seen I said something about some Tesla bots.
Yeah, man. The Tesla bots. I don't know about the Tesla bots, man.
What do you have to say about those?
They got the Tesla bots for the kids.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So I guess I got the Tesla bots for the $40 for the kids, which is a starter. But they sold out. You know what I'm saying? I know about the big Tesla bots that they're gonna come out a couple years. I think it's next year or a year after that. That's gonna cost about $30K. But I guess they got some small Tesla bots for the kids starting out. But it was just funny that you said that because when I thought about the Tesla, when I seen the Tesla bots for kids, it just brought me back to that movie, Small Soldiers or Toy Soldiers with the little toys that they put the chips in.
Yeah.
And it was just funny that you said that. But yeah.
Man, have you ever played the game to Detroit?
No.
It's Detroit Becomes Human.
No.
So if y'all haven't seen Detroit Becomes Human, go check out Corey's Catch a Story or his YouTube channel. It's on there. Just look up Detroit Becomes Human, Corey's Catching, and watch that whole thing, bro. It's crazy on how. So it's about basically they call robots androids in the game. You know they can't really call them robots because you know it's a game. Mm-hmm. So they call them androids or whatever, and they kind of take over the world, but they become humans as they do it. Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. And then like, I know you probably seen iRobot.
Yeah,
stuff
I've seen that for sure.
Yeah, so people basically saying that that's what's gonna happen.
I mean, anything that can be programmed, anything that helps Wi-Fi, why not? But I mean, hope it don't get there. But like I said, they don't put the movies out for nothing. It's always hidden messages, subliminal messages.
For real, man.
So, yeah.
So, what age were you when you started cutting hair?
I was 12 years old. 12? I started cutting hair because my mom used to take the clippers and shave it all off. You know what I'm saying? I figured I can do better than that.
Right.
So if not, I'll at least give it a try. So I end up saving up about $15 to $20, and I ended up going to the Dollar General that was down the street on Western and buying some beard trimmers.
Okay.
And then I guess it took about 2 hours. I did a casual. It took about 2 hours to do a casual. I ran through about 6 to 8 pair of batteries. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that cut right, but it came out good. You know what I'm saying? So I did a number one casual against the grain, and then ever since then I've been cutting hair. I went outside. My friends was like, "Hey, who cut your hair?" And I was like, "Me." I've been cutting for $5. I started cutting for $5 that day, and then I've been cutting ever since.
For sure.
Yeah.
You do a lot of designs. What do you think is your favorite design?
Favorite design, probably the rose design I did in my hair first, and then I did in my little brother's head.
Okay. Well, actually, we have. So he just did a design on his son, bro. I'm not gonna lie, this is crazy. Like, you want to come here real quick?
Come here real quick, Pepper.
So, David, if you want to get up and show him on the camera, he had just did this design, y'all.
Come on, son.
This one, see, make sure it's straight in the camera. He did a design on his son literally like 20 minutes ago, bro. This is crazy.
It's a little toe design I did, freestyle. I won my first barber contest, 2023, doing a screen mask, wearing a screen mask, and ever since then I've been drawing characters and trying to get more, putting more of my art into my barber. But this is just a quick toe design I did that I colored in with the hair color pencils on my son, David Jr. Say hey to everybody, son. Yeah.
For sure, man. Shout out to the little bro, man. That's crazy though, bro. I seen, I'm like, bro, how do you do that? Like, that's wild.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, everybody else, they just put like a little lightning bolt. You feel me? You drawing the OCs of the OCs of the OCs in here.
Yep.
Man. That's crazy. But what are your favorite type of clippers?
Back in the day I used to love Andes. I was all Andes, you know what I'm saying? And then my mom had got her hair cut from somebody she knew. So and he used the walls, but it was the crispiest fro I ever seen. So after that, once I seen how crispy that was, I went back to walls, and I never went back. You know what I'm saying? So I was all Andy. Seen somebody do the crispiest fro I ever seen, fade and taper on my mom, and then I just went back to wall, and they was actually the wall sterling silvers. And then I just went back to wall, and I never left since.
For sure. How many barber competitions have you been in?
Just one. My first barber competition was last year at Woodruff.
Yeah, the one we went to.
Yeah, the one we went to.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Bro, he did a. I look. So we're not on the same team, but I went to his barber competition too. Shout out to Mr. Allen, for putting that together.
Yeah.
We went to a barber competition together, but we was competing against each other. Now, he did a screen mask on his son, bro. Okay, so first of all, nobody at that competition was doing that. So I'm like, we already lost. I'm gonna try to go for second. I didn't even get second. My boy Jamie Moore, shout out to Jamie, he ended up taking that, and then Zeke ended up taking the third. But yeah, bro, that was a real fun competition. Bro.
Yeah, it was.
Hopefully, Mr. Allen, hopefully you get another one set up for sure, because we would love to go back and do that again. This time we got some more people for you too, though.
For sure.
So you're really big into eating like veggies and sea moss. Can you tell them about that? Because some people don't eat it.
Yeah, I got into the electro herbs, or if not, Dr. CB herbs, or wherever you want to call them. Back in 2016, going on 17. I always wanted to change my diet. So I researched for a lot of years, different stuff like sea moss, moringa leaf, maca root, spirulina, different herbs like that give you the right vitamins and minerals that you actually need. Because you know what I'm saying, for so long we've been eating a lot of processed foods and foods that really don't do nothing for you, no nutritious value whatsoever. So I started doing my research, started finding the real foods and real herbs to eat that get you the vitamin A's, you know what I'm saying, the omega-3s and all the stuff you really need to function like you're supposed to be functioning. I say my top 5 electric herbs to take, I guess, would be sea moss, bladderwrack, spirulina, moringa, and maybe maca root. Any of those, you can take 1 or 2. You can take 3 or 4. It really don't matter since they all natural. It don't matter how much you take. But if you never took them before, it's good just to take 1 at a time just to see how your body reacts to it because everybody's different. So at first, I just took them 1 at a time, and then I started mixing them and putting them in smoothies and pill capsules and different stuff like that. Pretty soon, I'm gonna be selling them in pill capsules. Probably a 100 per pack, probably for $50 to $60. That'll be coming soon. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on that, and my updates will be on my pages. So once y'all go on my page, y'all will see all the updates and stuff for that. But yeah, man, I probably eat maybe a meal and a half a day. That's all I really need because I had taught myself to really not consume as much as I used to because we really don't need to eat as much as they say we do if you're getting the right minerals and vitamins that we're supposed to be getting every day. So yeah,
for sure. What age do you think you should start taking sea moss?
Well, my son had sea moss when he was a baby. I was putting sea moss in my son's bottle as a baby. I didn't do formula. Me and my girl didn't do formula. We did hemp milk with sea moss, banana, and a little bit of bladderwrack. So as he was coming up, we did no formula, and then he never threw up, he never had gas, and he never cried because his stomach wasn't hurting because of all the chemicals and stuff that got in that formula. So if you're thinking about weeding off a formula, I'll say you should maybe invest in some hemp milk. You can look it up, do your research, and then go from there.
For sure. Do you eat fast food at all?
Yeah, I eat fast food. I try not to. I say I might eat fast food once a week, twice a week, maybe 3 times, but that'll be breakfast.
My bad, y'all. We had technical difficulties with the camera, but we are back right now. So, I think the last thing I asked you about the veggies. So, how many times a day do you think a human should eat?
They say you should eat 3 times a day, but I eat maybe 1.5, 2 times a day. But it's different for everybody. So I mean, me 1.5, 2. It just depends on how much you eat. So it's different for everybody. I just know I eat 1.5, 2 meals a day.
For sure. So you guys said something about herbs earlier. I know you said something about the sea moss and everything and the veggies and stuff like that. What are herbs for people that don't understand?
Herbs are can be plants, shrubs, roots, anything that grows from the sun. Yeah.
Okay, so what are your top 5 herbs?
My top 5 herbs, I guess, would be sea moss, Irish sea moss, bladderwrack root, moringa powder, spirulina, and maca root.
Okay, I think I might have asked you earlier, but you probably said that earlier too. What are your top 5 crystals?
My top 5 crystals I wear are black obsidian, tiger's eye, I say black onyx, turquoise, and amethyst.
Okay. What is your favorite thing to eat?
I guess one of my favorite things to eat is probably watermelon and spirulina.
For sure. Okay, so what's your favorite fruit then?
My favorite fruit would probably have to be watermelon.
Watermelon? For sure, man. You don't like pineapples?
Yeah, I love pineapples.
Pineapples? I like pineapples and strawberries. That shit fire.
That's decent. That's real decent.
So this whole president thing. I know you're really big on the president thing and of how that went. What do you say? What do you got to say about Donald Trump winning again and Kamala Harris?
I don't know, man. I really try not to get into the politics, man, because that's
different,
that's strict.
bro.
Yeah, that strikes people where in that heart. But I mean, to me, it was more on racial tension, black versus white. They try to do that all the time to stir up the people, to get the people riled up. So please don't fall into that trap. You know what I'm saying? It's a psyop, you know what I'm saying? I try not to get into that. I try to vote more in town because, I mean, once it gets that big, we think we're in control, but we're really not.
Exactly.
Like I said, a 12-year-old proved all presidents are related by blood, and you can look that up on YouTube. So after I seen that, I really try not to get into that or waste my time going to vote for somebody they already know who's gonna be in office. So yeah, I just try to leave that alone.
What age were you when you started making beats? So okay, so let me get in this first. So he started making beats, but I ain't gonna lie, his beats is tough. I started listening to him. You know, I want look. He want to rap on something. My little brother wanted to rap on something too. But how long you been making beats? Like, what age did you start making beats?
Pretty much, I guess 13, 14, a little bit after I started cutting hair. I got introduced to the beats from one of my best friends, Romeo Lanier, Chase Jones, and my brother Dwayne King. I got my first Fruity Loop program from Chase Jones. I've been working with Fruity Loops since the first one was out, so we had all 21 or 22 that's out. My friend Teflon the Don, aka the beat maker on TikTok. He the one that taught me how to lay it down, and he the one that broke down that different sounds are like different emotions. So he taught me that way, and then I've been making beats ever since.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Back then we used to have to crack the program, but now I just went ahead and bought it since we've been doing it so long and we got so good at it. So I just been making beats, I guess, for about 20 years and been making them ever since I was 14.
For sure. And then, so for so many people, you know, that's new to the beat game or the music game or the music industry at all. What app did you use to do your beats on?
Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops. Okay.
Yeah, Fruity Loops, man. Everybody used to be against Fruity Loops, but everybody used to be for Pro Tools. But we started on Fruity Loops and we stuck with it, and now pretty much mastered it.
For sure.
Yeah, but everybody now it's one of the main programs people use, and that's what it is.
What is your favorite type of beat that you have made?
Favorite type of beat I made? I don't know. I really don't have favorites. It's however I'm feeling at that time. That's what I make. So if I'm mad, I make a mad beat. If I'm sad, I make a sad beat. So it just depends. I say one of my favorite beats. I guess I have to be. I guess the X-Files. I had sampled the X-Files beat.
Okay.
So I guess that's probably one of my best beats.
For sure. How many beats do you think you make a week?
Good 10 to 15 beats a week.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. How many beats do you have altogether?
I can't even begin to tell you, man. Anywhere from, I want to say maybe 6,000 to 7,000, something like that. Probably even more, because once I found out how to take the hard drive out of the computer, I got about 8, 9 hard drives at the house, and it still have beats on there that I ain't even got to check out in years. So once I start to learn how to take out the hard drives, I just start taking out all my hard drives on my computers when they crash. So I'm sending some thousands of beats, man. Thousands of beats.
So, all right. So there's a lot of young barbers out here, right? That's trying to get clientele. How would you put it to the point where they can get clients? What would you do to get clients?
Advertisement. Facebook, any advertisement. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, just get out there. Pictures, posters. Now today the ways to go is social media.
Social media.
Yeah, plain and simple. Free advertisement. What's better than free advertisement?
Right. Is there anything that you wanted to say to the people?
I say whatever you're good at, stay doing what you do. Give it 110%, no matter what anybody says. You know what I'm saying? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. You know what I'm saying? So just do what you do. Stay true to it, and
never lied,
things
though.
will get better.
So, well, that's it for this one, my boy. Appreciate you, big dog.
No,
for sure. Hey, make sure, man. Look, man, whatever you do, bro, just keep going, bro. No cap. Don't ever stop. Because a lot of people, they stop what they're doing. They take 10 steps back. Now you got to take 20 steps forward. You can't take 10 steps back and then take 10 steps forward. It's not going to work like that.
Right.
You got to keep on moving forward, keep on going. For sure. And we out this one, man. Low key.